Hi everyone, and welcome back to NameHero.com. Today I'm going to continue demonstrating how to set up an affiliate managed server very quickly. And right now I want to demonstrate how to install and set up WordPress with just a couple clicks. A lot of our affiliate marketers that host with NameHero use WordPress to power their agency websites or their landing pages, or also their websites that they send traffic to. So WordPress is a very important piece of software, and we've also optimized for it to ensure the best possible experience. So from our control panel, we just click on hosting, and then we go into our server that we set up earlier. And then we're going to click our login details once again to get our Web Host Manager credentials. Now remember, when accessing Web Host Manager, we're going to use the username root. We're not going to use this username. So let's go over to Web Host Manager and let's click it. Okay, remember root is the username, and we're going to use that password. We're going to log in, and we're going to type in list. Click list accounts, and we're going to see this is our namehero.org, our example domain we set up. So we're going to click on cPanel, and then once it comes up, we're just going to scroll down here to the bottom to our apps installer. So we're going to click right here. Okay, you can see one of the top scripts is WordPress, so we're going to click install, and you can see there's a very simple form here where we can start setting it up. Now our domain that we've set up on for this server is namehero.org. So for this example, we're just going to pretend we want WordPress to live in the root directory, meaning when you go to namehero.org, it's going to display WordPress. So since I don't have a security certificate set up for namehero.org, I'm just going to select HTTP, and I like to always do the www. Okay. And so in directory, now if you want to put it in a subdirectory like /blog or /WordPress, you would type that in here. Since I want it to be in the root domain, so when I go to namehero.org, WordPress is there, I'm just going to simply delete that and leave it blank. That's very important. A lot of customers, they'll get in a hurry and leave the WP and then wonder why the site does not resolve to WordPress and it goes into a subfolder. So make sure that you follow that step. Next, you can enter the name of your site, and the default is just my blog, but we can just call it namehero.org, and then we'll just leave that tagline the same. Next, we need to do an admin username and password. I do not recommend using admin. I like to use a custom. And then we like to use a strong password. Enter your email address. That's what will help you recover your password if you lose it. Select your language. We're going to use English. There's a couple additional plugins and stuff. If you're just installing for the first time, I wouldn't worry too much about these. But if you're familiar with WordPress, then you might want to add these in, like the auto upgrades and stuff like that. You can also do local WordPress backups. I don't really recommend doing this. Like we talked about in our first video, I recommend setting up the offsite backups first because it's going to save you room on your server. Okay, now what I like to do is select a theme, and these are all free to use, and so you can click these and demo them. That one looks pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool design for our agency site. So I'm just going to click select to use this layout. Let's see, did it get selected? Okay, now we're going to install it. Okay, so that's about it. That's all it takes to get WordPress installed. Now it just has to run through its setup, and it's very quick here. And you can just kind of sit here and chill. You can see it says it takes a couple minutes, but boom, we're done in under a minute. Once you do that, then WordPress is installed and ready to use. Let's see if my name servers have propagated. They have not propagated yet. So if you just set up your server, this might take about 24 hours to set up or to resolve. Sometimes quicker, especially if you're in the United States. It might only take an hour or two. Since remember we went through and set up our name servers, well, that just takes just a little bit to get going. And so once that's up and going, you'll be able to go there. Now, in the meantime, you can click this link right here. This is your preview link, and you can just click it and use it. Now, since it's set up on the domain, the style sheet's not going to display correctly, but you can at least verify that WordPress did install, and you're all set pretty much, other than just waiting on the domain to propagate. And you can also go to wp-admin, and it might redirect us here to the domain. But that's going to be your admin area, and you can see it's wanting to pull the domain. So we're just going to have to give that a little bit more to let the domain propagate, but then it'll be ready to go. So when you're able to access your root domain, then you know that the name servers have been propagated successfully. But that's about all there is to installing and setting up WordPress. You can see it just took a couple of clicks. So in the next video demonstration, I'm going to go into how to install and set up your tracking software. So thanks so much for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know, and join us for our next video on how to install your tracker. Thanks so much.